everybody, I am back with a process video. This is a process video for my new series on my channel. So I'm starting a new series called Shop Less and Scrap More. I wanted to make it Shop Less, Scrap More, but I thought that might infringe on some copyright issues with the Hamilton song. So I just decided to call it Shop Less and Scrap More. That being said, I still plan on shopping during the series. However, this is more of an opportunity for me to get out those products that I haven't opened yet, that I've had for a while, or products that are almost all used up, and just finish them off, get them used up in and onto some scrapbook layouts. So this is the first video in that series, and the video before this one will have been the showing what products that I pulled to use in this kit. Now, the very first thing that I did when I was making this layout was pull out more paper. So that's definitely going to be something that I remember going forward while I'm making new kits for this series, that I'm going to need to pull more paper than I think I will need, because the very first thing I did was look for more pattern paper to put with this layout. I apologize for that. However, I didn't stray too far. I just grabbed a Chamel paper from her last collection. I forget what it was called, but it was from her last collection. And it's the yellow paper with Wish written all over it. So I'm scrapbooking a odd photo from my trip to Disneyland in 2018. And it's just a little photo of me with wearing my Magic Band and my Fitbit. I don't actually have a Fitbit anymore. I have an Apple Watch now, so it's kind of funny. But that's what this photo is. And my Fitbit was bright pink and my Magic Band was bright purple. So that's what I'm using for this layout. I'm going to pull out a lot of the purple from the Magic Band and bring in some blue and pink as well. I punched 3 Mickey heads from the holographic paper, which, oh my goodness, is perfect for punching out Mickey heads. That might be all I use for that with that paper from now on. It's just scrapbook or punch out Mickey heads. So I am pulling out a bunch of stickers from my Vicky Booten sticker book, and I take the time to pull out this sticker, and then, well, you'll see what happens with it as I continue making the layout. And I found that sticker, and it was perfect because it's pink and purple. I was so happy. I was also happy that I used up this giant tag sticker and this giant floral wreath sticker. So I pulled out that one for Best Day Ever because that's what Rapunzel says in Tangled. But then I don't use it in that context. So I did pull out that magical frame to use on this layout, and I end up not using it as a frame. I really, really struggle using frames on layouts. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but I have a really hard time using frames on a layout. So I decided I needed to move that the picture over a bit to be able to fit the circle frame on it. So what I did was I lined up the Mickey head and the Magic Band with the join between the 2 pattern papers in the background. So that way, like, you see the join and you go straight down to the Mickey Magic Band. Just a little visual tip. So what I did for the frame was I just cut out the part that said magical. And that right there, I love how that cluster looks as it is. That one at the bottom with magical. I love how it looks right there. However, it does not stay that way. um, this layout was a challenge. It was a challenge, quite a challenge actually. I really struggled with it. I don't know if it's because it was the first layout that I used with the kit that I made, or what was happening, but I struggled. There was a lot of the struggling going on with this layout. So that's fine. I mean, it all comes together in the end, and I think it actually looks really, really nice in the end. So I put that clear sticker down that says, "This makes my heart happy," which is true. It does make my heart happy having a magic band. I was supposed to go to Disney World in April. Yeah, it didn't end up happening, obviously. The Canadian border is still closed, so I couldn't get there. But as of January 7th, the Canadian border is still closed in 2021. So I could not get there in April. Yeah, that's fine. Quite honestly, with the way that the virus is spreading in the United States, I didn't want to be there anyways. So this is where the layout takes a turn, because I was like, oh no, I wanted to use this Make-A-Wish chipboard piece because it's so perfect with this layout. Yeah, that's where that cluster it takes a little bit of a change, and I gotta say I don't like it as much as I did before, but that's great. And that clear sticker got covered up because I couldn't pull back up. So I'm going to stamp a couple words using that Hero Arts Disney stamp. I'm pretty sure it's Hero Arts Kelly Perky for Hero Arts, the stamp. It's old. I don't know if it's still available. So I stamp in Candy Shop Pink from Scrapbook.com. I stamped this fairy tale come true, and I sponged it while I was stamping it, but that's okay. It's still legible. It's not a big deal. It's just a little bit of a, like just a little accent. And I chose the Candy Shop Pink color to pull some of the pink into that cluster, because before then there was no pink. And I'm using Scrapbook.com hybrid ink, and I love it so much. And that is the black ink from Scrapbook.com. I was just looking, I was like, oh, I stamped it so much better on the little scrap paper than I did on the actual layout. And I was like, of course, because that's the way it goes. Of course I did. And then I tried to get this heart back in the right place. And then I had Mickey up on foam dots, and then I realized, oh, I need to put him up. Or maybe I haven't put him on foam dots yet. I think I'm looking for my foam dots right now because I opened a package yesterday and I can't find them. So I had to open another package. Yeah, it's one of those things. So I'm going to put Mickey up on some foam dots, and then like, oh, but it doesn't work. So I have to put 2 extra foam dots on the ears, and then it's still not quite the same height, but that's okay. Because the chipboard is fairly thin. I don't know if you can hear the plane in the background, but I think I can hear it through my headphones. And my headphones play what I'm hearing through, like it shows you what you hear through the microphone. So I don't know, that'll be interesting if you can hear in the background. We are not on a flight plan. We just get some planes that fly over once a day, sometimes twice a day. It's usually once a day. It's actually usually around 2 p.m., so it's late today, but that's alright. I was choosing some music to listen to on my phone. I was listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers. If you like bagpipe music, they're pretty epic. It's pretty good. I like it. I have no idea where that that circle that says little things came from, but it's perfect for this layout because it brings the yellow over to that side of the layout, and it's wonderful, and I like it. And I'm trying to get this to work because I forgot that I was going to cover up the part that says ever, because I can't make the heart layer over top of it properly without covering up the whole word. And then I'm like, oh, right, now I remember. Yeah, the struggle was a problem with this layout. That's okay. I put the darker purple heart at the top because the other purple hearts blended in too much to that purpley pink color that was up there. Now I'm going to stamp the castle in 2 other places. And I just went to grab a cloth to wipe the excess ink off my ink block, because if I didn't, I would inevitably have had ink all over everything because that's how it works. So now I'm going to stamp the castle up at the top. I have to be careful how I say castle because my instinct is to say castle, because I spent so much time in castles in Scotland and England. So my instinct is to call it a castle, but that's really not how I say in Canada. So this layout is going to be entitled Hooray, because this was the moment when we were like, yes, it's finally real. We're in Disney. We have our magic bands, and we were so excited. So that's what I'm going to write about in that big empty spot between the hooray and the picture. Because it is perfect. It was fun. It was a good trip. It was a long trip. Very, very long trip, even though we were only there for 4 days. That's why it was so long, because we did not have enough time in Disney. I would recommend going for at least 7 days. That's my personal recommendation. Actually, we were there for 5. That included our travel days. So it was a very, very, very fast trip. I went for my birthday. So I turned 30. And my husband asked me what I wanted to do. And I said, I want to go to Disney World. So we did. And we went to the end of November, and then the beginning of January, we went to Disneyland. Actually, might have been the end of January. Anyways, that is this layout, and I really hope that you all enjoy this series that I'm going to be doing on my channel. I have not journaled on my layout yet, so I will do that off camera before it goes in my album. So thank you all very much for watching and sticking with me through this moving process, and I will definitely have more videos up for you all. Bye.